a cover for a Pokemon game. Yay! So, I started this project last week. I was doing some drawing and all that stuff. I got to partway through. We're like partway through the second sketch, I guess. I'm doing this in several sketches, I suppose. So we're partway through like the second sketch. If that makes any sense at all. Yeah. Anyways. There's also going to be an announcement at the end of this, and I feel like it's probably pretty obvious, or maybe it's not. It doesn't really matter. But I'm gonna make an announcement at the end. In fact, I should probably write down what that is, because I thought about that while I was sitting there. See, that's what I was thinking about while I was in my own world, not realizing that it was 6:30 when I appeared. Not, yeah, that's what I was thinking about. I was like, okay, so this is going to have to happen. I'm going to announce this. Yes. Yeah. I'm making a note. I'm not gonna say what it is out loud. I might end up forgetting to get to this. Hello, DeQuack. Hi, how's it going? How is it going? How are you today? Anyways, yeah. So this is an exciting day. Announcement, a lot of fun stuff, I hope. And I actually had a pretty eventful week. Anyways, I'm gonna go switch over to the art thing before I start, telling any stories and whatnot. Because yeah, if I'm telling stories, I might as well be drawing. Okay, sounds perfectly reasonable enough. So, ooh, Reshiram. Yeah, I know. Okay, so. For the context, since I know you were not here in the last stream. Yeah, so the game we selected, or I selected by random chance, was Pokemon Black. So that means I need to draw Reshiram. And one of my goals for this particular project was to have a little bit more movement. I'm sure you've seen all the Pokemon game covers, especially the more recent ones, where the Pokemon always look very static on the game. That's because, especially in recent games, they've done a lot of, they've just used the Pokemon's standard art, if that makes any sense. That's not the word I wanted to use it for. Official art. They just kind of use the Pokemon's official art, which, while it looks really, really good, it tends to be very static. So the game, you were abducted by aliens. Oh wait, I didn't see your message. You were abducted by aliens. Well, I'm glad you're back. Glad you're back. Anyways, like I was saying, so they tend to make the Pokemon very static because it's just the official art. I wanted to get away from that a little bit. So for my redesign, I am basically drawing Reshiram in a very movement focused pose. A bit of a T-pose, yeah, I suppose. But Reshiram kind of T-poses already. There you go, see? He already T-poses, so it's not like it's too different, but I understand what you're saying. It does look kind of like a T-pose. I will be going back over the wings again. Yeah. I will be going over the wings again because I was looking at this Monday morning after I had the initial stream. And then I was looking at it and I was like, okay, so the angle of the wings needs to change a little bit, like based on what I am seeing. What is your favorite gen? Probably Generation 6. I know people tend not to like Generation 6 as much, but I like a lot of the Pokemon that were added in the generation. I like how the Mega Evolution worked, and I liked the Fairy typing, which was very, very nice and a welcome addition to the game. as a whole. Yeah. That's probably my favorite generation at this point. I need to take another look at Reshiram here. Okay. I'm working on the body portion. I shouldn't have moved him last time. Okay, wait. We're moving Reshiram around back into the corner so I can see him a little better. Pokemon X was really cool. Yeah, yeah. See? Yeah. Pokemon X was really cool. Pokemon Y was also really cool. I love Generation 6. The Hoenn remakes, I think, were also very, very nice and stuff. Oh, okay, wait a minute. I swapped layers, and I didn't mean to swap layers. I kind of don't like how Reshiram has this right here. That I don't know how to draw it at this angle. How to draw it at this angle without making it look awkward. Maybe that's another problem for later me, like the dragon hair. I spent like 20 minutes trying to draw the dragon hair, and then I gave up. Why does the dragon have hair? Wait, I don't know if I want to move right onto the leg yet. I might want to do those on a different layer again. I'm using lots and lots of layers. I did not do what I wanted to do. Okay, here, new layer. Why does it keep switching me? You can't see it because my model's in the way, but it keeps putting me back on the background layer. Okay, there we go. Okay, change the name and we'll call this the legs layer. The legs layer. A layer just for legs. Anyways, I wanna talk about stuff. I wanna talk about stuff that isn't just about the drawing. So I've talked about my methodology a little bit, and now I could talk about some of the interesting stuff I got up to over the last, like, week or so. Okay, it probably actually wasn't that interesting, but, don't worry about it. So, what was it? Of course, I had that last weekend off, and I have this weekend off of work as well. So, I was able to, you know, go and do some fun family stuff. Fun family stuff, yeah. Oh, okay, wait. I broke something. We'll just give that a second to do its thing while I drink water, and then, yeah. So, I did some fun family stuff with the family. Some of it was just with my mom. Some of it was me and my mom and brother. So, it was Sunday. We didn't do much on Saturday, actually. Not much at all. Okay, wait, this is still... Yeah, okay. We didn't do much on Saturday, but on Sunday, we decided to go to a, we could call it a historical site, a local historical site. Because, you know, we live in an area where there's lots of history. Oh no, don't tell me. Sorry, I got distracted again. Oh no. Why is this not working again? I messed up my drawing tablet again. I just fixed it. I broke it in the last stream, I thought. But I fixed it. And now I broke it again, it seems. Okay. Will you work? Nope. Eraser. Nope. Okay. Change layers, maybe? Also, no. Okay. Well, we're gonna... This is such a... I've only been streaming for like 14 minutes and I've already messed this up. Okay, 1 second. We're switching screens for... Wait, put away the arm. We're switching screens for a second while I hopefully just restart this and have it work. Yeah. Hopefully that's gonna do that. This might take a second to restart. Anyways, while we wait to hopefully make that work, I will continue telling my story. Actually, it started up really quickly. Usually it takes longer than that. I'm back. Oh, you disappeared. So you didn't even see the fact that I failed. Yeah, no, I may or may not have broke my drawing tablet. Oh no! I may or may not have broke my drawing tablet again. Okay. Are you gonna work? Brush? No, it's not working. This is so sad. I should just... What, really? Yeah. Oh. Wait, the thing ain't even connected anymore. How did... No. That broke too? Why? Oh, maybe because I, closed. Okay, switching back again. I closed the thing, so maybe the screen is no longer sharing. You think it would just reconnect automatically? I mean, maybe it doesn't matter that much because I broke it anyways. Because see, we're on the brush tool. You can see it on the side over here. We're on the brush tool. We're on an active layer. We're on an active layer called legs. And it's not drawing. Yeah. I'm so mad. Okay, wait. Cause I broke it on the last stream. I didn't break it, but it just stopped working at like an hour 40-ish minutes. And I tried a couple things. I tried turning the program off and on again. I tried unplugging it and plugging it back in. I tried all kinds of stuff to make it work. And it didn't. Like, it still works if I draw with like the mouse pad, but drawing with the mouse pad kind of sucks. Not gonna lie. Can't believe it. I can't believe it. I mean, I can. I never used to have problems with it. And now it decides that no, this is not allowed. How I got it to work last time was turning the computer right off and on again, which I don't want to do because that requires setting the whole thing up again, and oh man. I am upset, admittedly. This is not fun. This is not fun. What if I really do just try to draw with the mouse pad? Just whoosh. I mean, I guess it could be worse. It is the sketch layer, so it doesn't matter if I'm super accurate or anything, but when I get to the non-sketch layers, this is gonna be very not fun. Yeah. I don't know what to say other than just to cry. Is it broken? I don't really know exactly, to be completely honest with you. Cause, you know, it was working. It didn't work for a while. I fixed it by turning the computer right on and off again. Try rebooting. Yeah, rebooting the entire computer. Yeah, I might just have to do that. I'm gonna try one last effort. Oh, wait. I also did, there might be a lot of clicking coming through the mic. I also tried putting it in a different, thing. No, still not working. Well, okay, let it warm up. No, still not working. Okay. Well, I guess there's... Oh, jeez. I did not mean to close that. Well, still on there. Yeah. Nothing really to see on the Photoshop, except for, like, the model PNG and another one I was working on for another thing. So we're just gonna have to, just do a bunch of stuff and just restart this computer. restart. And I guess I'll just have to talk while we wait for the second device to restart. I gotta say, I'm a little upset, and hopefully this is just gonna work. Hopefully this is just gonna work. Anyway, so while I am talking, I was gonna talk about a historical site. So Saturday afternoon, we decided to go to a historical site, a local historical site, because me and my mom, we went to another local historical site earlier in the year, but then we ended up, what was it? We got like a discount for the other historical sites. So they were like sister sites, I guess, if that makes any sense at all. So sister historical sites, we went to them. It was a fun time. We saw some old boats. We saw, you know, all kinds of cool stuff, old stuff. Boats. I mean, to say more accurately, they were like sailing ships. It was haunted. I mean, quite possibly. Like, these were boats that were active in the War of 1812, or they were supposed to be active, but then the whole situation was that they didn't finish construction until 1814. Okay, the tablet's working. Now I need to set up the video. So we're just gonna set this up real quick. It should only take a second. Yeah. Okay. Share. And we're back up and running. We're back up and running. Yay! If this breaks again, I think I'm actually going to cry though. But anyways, yeah. So, historical sites and old boats and all that fun stuff. Yep. It was me, my brother, and my mom. which was a good time. In addition to like the historical site, I guess the best way to describe the place would be it was an old Navy yard from, you know, when the British needed to protect Canada from the Americans. Yeah, when that was a thing. You don't have any brothers or sisters. I mean, only children are a thing, and you know what? It has its merits as well. You don't have to share any attention or anything, but yeah. They both have their advantages and disadvantages, and loneliness, yeah. Loneliness is definitely something you will have to grapple with when you're an only child as well. But it's just part of life sometimes. You don't always get siblings, and you don't always have aren't always an only child. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah. We were going together. My brother is really into history and stuff. We invited him. We weren't sure he was actually gonna go because compared to us, he lives even closer, and I would have figured that he would go to the place often. How old is your bro? Okay, all honesty, we're twins. We're the same age. He is technically 2 minutes older. But yes, we're twins. So we're the same age. We're always together. We even had classes and schools together. He's your clone. I mean, we don't necessarily look too much alike. Our eye color and... I mean, I guess we do look a lot alike in many ways, but I wouldn't call... I mean, clone, I guess that's also not wrong. Can he read your thoughts? I would assume no. I would assume that he is unable to read my thoughts. I don't know. I've never actually asked. I can't read his, so if he can read mine, I need to tell him to butt out. Butt out, I don't need you in my thoughts. Brother, I have enough of you when you're not reading my thoughts. So, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Twins, though. Being twins is kind of fun. It has its advantages and stuff. We were never identical or anything except for when we were twin superpowers. Actually, speaking of twin superpowers, there's this one year for Halloween that we were joking around that we should do like a Wonder Twins costume. You know, I think they're just superheroes from DC, I think. And they're just twins, and one of them can turn into like forms of water and the other can turn into like animals and stuff. So and they're fraternal twins, so a boy and a girl just like us. And we were like, we should do that for Halloween one year. And then my brother backed out. Yeah. I was so excited too. I was like, this is gonna be a fun time because we are actually twins, and it's gonna be like, wow, Wonder Twins, but we're actually twins. So it's canon or lore accurate or whatever we want to call it. But yeah, no, he backed out on me. I was a little sad, but you know what? I guess I can understand because we were teenagers at the time, and it's like, do you really want to share a costume with your twin sister? No, don't worry about it though. It was what happened. I'm really just, when it comes to drawing, and I'm changing topics, I guess. When it comes to the drawing, I just started just going everywhere. I was gonna do it like by piece, I was hoping. But yeah, I started just playing around with a bunch of other parts. I did end up deleting those parts because I wasn't quite sure if I liked them anyways. This is still kind of stressful, trying to figure out how to draw this. I don't like the way the feet look, and the way I kind of have them posed, I guess the back foot is going to be covered by the tail, which I suppose is a good thing. Maybe I'll just new layer, call this tail. Last time I created a new layer, the tablet stopped working, so please. Okay, it still works. Maybe that's what keeps causing the problems. I keep creating more layers and the computer's like, no more layers! You need to stop. I only got like 5, 6 layers, okay? 2, 4, 6, 8 layers. I only got 8 layers, so it's not that many layers. Oh well, whatever. It's still working. Bless the gods of technology, if there are them. Yeah. Pray to Hatsune Miku that technology will work for me. So the #1 super technology idol. I don't know, that's weird. That's weird. I don't even I'm stressed. I don't even, yeah. Anyways, right. We were talking about going places. Well, while I just stressed myself out while drawing a tail, I will continue just to talk about, you know, hanging out with my family, I suppose. Yeah, so historical site, we walked around. The place has high school students in like period costume during the summer for you know, educational purposes. They tell you stuff about what you're looking at and you know, that kind of thing. summer job for the kids. They learn history stuff, and then tourists also learn history stuff. So it's all very, very good and well and whatnot. So we went to the boats first because that's the first exhibit that you need to look at. And the one guy, he was trying to tell us, you know, about the boat's history and whatnot. He could have stood to speak up a little bit, but I guess he did a good job. My mom thought he did a good job. Me and my brother both thought that he needed to speak up a little bit, but you know what? You could be a little nervous. Maybe it was his first day, or it was also very hot out and he might have just wanted to get everything done and dealt with. But yeah, no, it was a fun time. We went to a historical site. It was a good time. Good time. Now, I don't know how many people would actually think that historical sites are a good time. They're not my necessarily favorite place in the world, but you know, it was still nice because we got to see all kinds of stuff, and there was a blacksmithing demonstration, I suppose. Yeah, we actually showed up too early for the blacksmithing demonstration, I guess, initially. Because when we first showed up to, you know, the blacksmith's little shop, there was no one there, but you could still smell the smell of, like, the fire, I suppose, if that makes any sense. I don't like that tail. I don't like that tail. I'm just trying the tail again, just in case we're wondering. Just in case anyone is wondering. Yeah, so we could smell the smell of the fire that they would use for their blacksmithing and whatnot. But there was no one there to be seen. So we just continued on to the rest of the displays. And on our way out, we were about to leave, and then I noticed that the lady who, or the girl who was doing the blacksmithing, she was there now, and I was like, oh, look, perfect timing. And she gave us a little demonstration on how you make a nail. Everywhere it seems that, or at least everywhere I've went, that they done like some kind of demonstration of blacksmithing. It has always been just nails. Which I suppose those are the easiest for someone to learn, which would make sense. I've gotta erase a bunch of stuff. Oh no, did I break it again? Pen, brush. Wait, what? Oh, wait, I'm on a layer that's off. Okay, wait, I figured it out. I was on a layer that was off. Oh, geez. As you can tell, I'm not necessarily used to drawing with the drawing tablet, which is why I thought it was weird that it was breaking and whatnot, because I don't use it much. But yeah, eraser. Wait, the eraser is like not coming at full opacity. Okay, wait. Turn off the legs. Problem solved. Turn off the legs, and then we can just focus on the tail. I might redo the leg sketch. Anyways, also, I'm gonna use the mouse for a second. Sorry that it's being flung around the page, but I'm moving Reshiram. I need to look at him a little bit closer to what I'm working on, I think. Okay. Also do that real quick. Tail 2. Okay. The tail is very stressful, if you ask me. I could have done Yveltal, which, you know, his tail is exactly the same as his arms, pretty much. Just draw them once, and I'd only have to draw them once. But no, this is a bit of a pain. Okay. What kind of? Okay. Oh. Okay. Wait. I'm breaking apart the shape. So cone. Then it gets blah blah blah. Okay. Wait. That might help a little bit. A cone shape rather than trying to eraser. This is gonna work. No, it's not. Why is the eraser not really erasing at full potential? Can I? No. I don't understand. You see that? It's only turning it gray. It's like if I was using actual okay, wait. Deleting both the tail layers, yes. I don't like them anyways. Tail 3. I know. Rage. Absolute rage machine today. Tail. This is the third attempt on the tail, so the layer is now called tail 3. I don't think we can see that, but the layer is now called tail 3. So we're on the third try for the tail layer. I hope I didn't break my pencil again, or my tablet again. Okay, so, okay, don't worry, it is working. I just have it switched to white while I was trying something real quick. No, not quite that big. Okay. Or maybe I draw the entire cone, you know, following the shape of the body, and then it's the tail strands that kind of come out like that. I don't think I like that either. It's very stressful to do this live. Don't get me wrong, I'm having fun in many ways as well. And I'm also improving my art skills. Bro, I need a drink. Okay. Go get the drink. Go get the drink. Stay hydrated. In fact, I should stay hydrated as well. I should stay hydrated as well. Hydration. Very important. Number one reason to stay hydrated. It's because you gotta do it. You just gotta stay hydrated. Very important. Okay. While I do that, I'm gonna make some good progress here. I'm starting to feel this shape, this cone shape, a little bit better. I think I finally got it, is basically what I want to say. So, we'll start with this one. This tail string, I guess we can call it. And Reshiram has probably 4 of these tail strings. Another one. You're only probably going to see 3 from where we have the camera set. Okay, yeah, wait, that's working for me. You has wata. You has wata. Well, you got your wata. I actually made some progress. Off camera, or without anyone watching. Yeah, that's fine though. Okay, we get that. Actually, I think this is starting to come together a little bit. Just a little bit though. I might want to move that up a little higher actually. We'll just put it here. And draw it again. Nice. This is good. This is good actually. I think I'm happy with this tail. And now I'll have to draw it again. At least at least the main shape of the tail is there now, which is good. It's really, really messy, of course, but that's a problem for another point of time. And yeah, that's an intense mounted tail. That's an intense mounted tail. Why do they have to make the tail so overly complicated on Reshiram anyways? You can't draw. Well, it is a skill that does take a little while to learn and practice. I think anyone can learn, but yeah, no, it's something that definitely takes practice to learn to draw and to do it really, really well, which I don't necessarily do it really, really well. Yeah, I get that. Don't worry about it. Not everyone can, or not everyone has the patience to learn, I suppose. Oh, jeez. Wait, that's not what I wanted. Eraser. The eraser is still not great. I was gonna erase some of those lines just to clean it up in there. Oh, wait, opacity 30%. That might be why it doesn't erase. Yep, there we go. That's why it doesn't erase, because the opacity was set to 30%. My bad. As you can see, I don't do this often. Yeah. Drawing is difficult, but it's a nice skill to have if you're patient and you want to learn. It's not like it's a mandatory thing, though. It's just a nice to have, and sometimes you can find it really, really relaxing to sit down and draw something or exercise your creativity like that. This is an exercise in creativity too. Yeah, see? That kind of looks very Reshiram in my opinion. I painted Warhammer 40k. Wait, I painted Warhammer 40k minis though. Oh wait, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Okay. Minis as in those like tiny little models, I guess. I mean, maybe tiny is not the right word, but yeah, I get what you're saying now. I get what you're saying. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I have never painted a small mini or sculpture or really anything like that. Well, okay, maybe not completely. I in art class. Yes, I took art class. In art class, we did a unit where we were working with clay and everything. So, we were working with clay, and I created, or one of our tasks was, or projects was to create a sculpture of an animal. So I wanted to do a giraffe sitting, laying down, sort of, if that makes any sense. So you would see its long neck. Oh, hello, Adil Sid. Been a while. Hi, Jojo. Hope you're well. I am well. How are you, Adil Sid? How are you? Anyways, yeah, story. So, clay. The project was to do a clay figure of an animal. It didn't need to be super accurate or anything. It just needed to be an animal. So I wanted to do a giraffe. No particular reason other than the fact that I thought giraffes would be kind of cool. So I started making my giraffe. You're great. That's good to hear. That's good to hear that you're doing well. I didn't know you can draw. I am okay. It really depends on what I'm drawing. I'm better on paper with pencils and stuff. I don't use my drawing tablet much, so it's not a skill that I'm particularly caught up on. But yeah, I can vaguely draw. I created my own model, so I would hope that I at the very least have some understanding of how to draw stuff. Anyways, that is besides the point. It's great to know that you're doing great, and yeah, it's been a while. So yeah, you've missed a bit, but we're drawing Reshiram today. Basically, if you're wanting to know, and I suppose I'll explain it before I continue on with the story. Basically, I have some games that I don't have a cover for. So I picked randomly from those games in my previous Friday night stream. And I, where was I going with this? And then I am currently working on redesigning the game cover, so that in the end, by time I'm done with all of this, I should be able to have a game cover that I can print off and put in the on the game case, basically. So this is purely selfish in many ways, but yeah, it's exciting, wonderful. Yeah, I know. This is also the first time I've ever drawn on streams, or I guess this is technically the second night, so it's not really the first time anymore. But it is still a relatively new thing to me. Even just drawing via drawing tablet. Like I said, I don't use it as much as I maybe should. I bought it while I was in college because I was like, ooh, drawing tablet would be nice for my graphic design-y stuff. And then I didn't use it that much. I used it for a couple things, a couple projects, and then I kind of just benched it. And now I am drawing this on stream. So all of this is very complicated, I guess. Complicated might not be the right word for it either, but it's a big undertaking. I do plan on, you know, designing or creating a new logo for the game. I attempted to start in the last stream, but I actually didn't get all the way through it because of because of a lot of things, I guess. Some technical difficulties. Technical difficulties as in I think I accidentally messed up my drawing tablet. I was able to fix it, and I already messed it up once on this stream, and I had to fix it then too, and it's all a very, very big mess. But yeah. Actually, I think we got most of Reshiram done now. It's very messy. It's very messy, especially down in the tail area, and I need to redo the wings. But just imagine that we're at probably 45% of the way there. Because then we gotta do proper outlines and whatnot. Because I'm not just gonna leave this as the line art. This is just sketch 2.0. Just so we're clear. But yeah. So my whole goal for this thing was just to be the 2 streams, but I do understand that that is probably not going to happen now. How long has it been? It's been 49 minutes since I started streaming at this point. Oh wait, that's not what I wanted. So it's yeah, it's probably not gonna end up getting done in two streams. There's something I do want to address according to that. I was planning on doing that probably a little closer to the end of the stream, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyways, I was telling a story about me making a little clay animal in art class. So I was like I said, this was grade 9 art. class. The project was to make a little clay animal out of clay. A little clay animal out of clay. Anyways, to make a little animal sculpture. So that was the assignment. And I was gonna make a giraffe because I thought giraffe was cool and it would be kind of fun. But then I ended up making a camel because my giraffe looked a little bit like a camel, and I was like, I could just put a little lump on the back of the camel, and he will look like, or a lump on the back of the giraffe, and he will look like a camel. So that's what I did. So I drew a camel, I made a camel instead of a giraffe. It didn't matter what animal, but that's what happened. So then we got to like put our little clay animals in the kiln, which fired the clay, which made it nice and hard. And after that, we got to glaze our little animals, which is what I was bringing up to this, because the Quack talked about painting minis, and I was like, I never did that before, but I did something kind of similar. So we got to glaze our little clay animal sculptures. I didn't really pick the best glaze though, because when the glaze came out of the kiln for this, or when the sculptures came out of the kiln for the second time, I was left with a camel, but it was blue. It was dark navy blue. A dark navy blue little camel statue. I mean, it still turned out nicely, but it was blue. It was a blue camel. Yeah. Glaze is kind of awkward because apparently, and I didn't necessarily fully understand this at the time, is once the color that you see is not the color that you're going to get. And yeah, it was a blue camel. I didn't dislike it though. It was still a pretty nice color and everything. It just wasn't exactly what I was expecting. It was still cute though. Wait, that's not the layer I want to be doing that on. Okay, I'm moving on to the wings. I changed layers. I'm actually on the wing layer now. Wing layer? Yeah, the wing layer. I have layers for everything. This whole piece is a mess of layers. I have other stories to tell. This was actually a pretty eventful week. Overall, I have lots of stuff to talk about, I suppose we could say. So what else is there? I'm just gonna do a thing. So, as additional things to my eventful week, I also, this happened on Tuesday. Me and my mom, we went to the zoo to see some animals. There were camels there. Camels, they weren't blue like my little clay camel. Yeah. Funny. Camels aren't blue in the wild. But anyway, don't worry about that. We went to the zoo, and it was quite the adventure to get there as well, because this was the big zoo that was in the city, the really big city, like 2 hours south of us. So it was quite the journey to get over there, let me tell you. It was a good time still, but it was a bit of a journey to get over there. Where was I going with that? I don't remember. Right, zoo. Yeah. And we weren't even 100% sure if we were gonna be able to really go and enjoy the zoo, because basically the entire week was supposed to be just rain. Rain, 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 and more rain. It was supposed to be a miserable week down in that city. And we weren't sure if we were gonna get to go and enjoy. But then, as luck would have it, I mean, it did turn out to be nice that day. Where was I even? I had a point to this. I had so many things to talk about, so many points about the zoo to talk about. I don't even know what to say. Like, I wanted to talk about traveling. Okay, traveling to the zoo. It was a 2+ hour car ride. We had like a rain plan, I guess you can call it. Like I said, it was supposed to be kind of rainy and miserable that day, so we had a rain plan, which was to go to the mall, which was on the way to the zoo. But it turned out to be nice that day, so we didn't actually go to the mall at all. But anyway, yeah. So, it was a long trip. We took the highway down to get most of the way. And then we turned off onto this one side street, I guess we can call it. And we followed that side street down basically into the heart of the downtown of this city. Which, if we know anything about cities, which I assume everyone knows at least a little bit about cities, the downtown is usually very crowded, very busy, and yeah. And traffic just generally sucks there. And it did. Don't get me wrong, it did. It was very stop and go traffic lights, stop and go traffic lights. And just whatever you would imagine city driving would be like. Yeah, so we did that. It started raining on our way there. And it was raining pretty heavy, and I looked at my mom and I'm like, okay, so you said we're gonna be passing this mall soon. What do you wanna do? And she's like, we'll just keep going towards the zoo, and if it just keeps up, we'll turn around and come back. And I was like, okay. So we kept going towards the zoo. And by time we, actually got there, like almost an hour later, like it took 2 hours to get down into the city, and then 2 hours or an hour to get through the city, downtown city traffic. We wanted to get there by like 10 o'clock. We got there a little closer to like 11-ish. So right in the heat of the day too. So that was not fun. But it was nice. It wasn't raining. We get in, we get our tickets. We put on sunscreen because by the time, we got there, it was actually starting to get sunny, so we needed to put on sunscreen. Speaking of sunscreen, I actually almost got a tan. I'm not nearly as pale as I usually am. But anyways, that is besides the point. So we got there, we put the sunscreen on, we went into the zoo, we walked around, we looked at we went to like the kids section first, because it was kind of like the first place and kind of like in the path that we wanted to take. Like, we wanted to go up to this particular section of the zoo because it was sectioned off into like different areas. So you get like your savanna animals are in the savanna area, and the Arctic animals are in the Arctic area. So yeah, I don't think I need to explain that too much, but yeah. So we wanted to go, I don't know what area we actually went to after that, admittedly, or what it was properly called, I guess. Anyways, yeah. We went there. We walked around. All they had in the kids section, would you believe this, was a skunk. A skunk. It wasn't a smelly skunk. It probably had some of its smell glands removed or something. A skunk, yeah. Just a skunk. We saw like a couple wild chipmunks running around. Are scary. Skunks are scary if you can smell them. If they're just minding their own business, actually, admittedly, they're kind of cute. But yeah, all there was skunk out. All there was a skunk out, and I gotta say that was a little disappointing. They did say that there was gonna be like a lot of animals that weren't out due to like current conditions and stuff, because of course you can't really have some animals out when it's threatening to rain a lot, so they were probably just keeping those animals in, but the skunk didn't really care. But yeah, that was kind of sad. All there was a skunk in the kids area. Like, you don't even need to go to the zoo to see a skunk if you really want to. Like, I literally have them running around my backyard. It was several years ago at this point, but I was just leaving for work one day, and I just saw 2 skunks boop, 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 hopping across the backyard. But yeah, it's a bit of a sadness to have only that. A lot of the other animals that were out. Also, I turned off all the layers, just in case you're wondering where it all's going. I turned off the other layers so I can just focus on the dragon hair. Okay, the dragon hair? Yeah, anyways. Just in case anyone is wondering about that. And we're also gonna move Reshiram back up to the top corner again. Okay, yeah. Only a skunk, which was kind of sad. Very not super interesting or anything. Not fun. But we went to the other areas, and there was the tigers in the next area. Like, there were tigers in 2 places, actually. For whatever reason, there were tigers in 2 places. Probably different species of tigers, I guess. Like, one of them was a tiger from like an Indian or India or something, and then maybe like ones from like the savannah type, you know what I'm saying? They had tigers in 2 places, and I actually love tigers. I think tigers are just so cool. I don't know why, tigers just make me happy. And I was super excited to see the tigers. I saw that there were tigers in this area. I was like, look, Mom, tigers. And we're like, let's go see the tigers. So we go to the tiger exhibit to look for the tigers. And the tiger wasn't out. We couldn't see it out in its little yard area. We're like, aw, no tiger. But the tigers, this particular area, you could see into like their holding area as well. You could, they had like a tiger house. So there was like, each of the tigers had their own big yard, and then each of them had like an indoor area where guests could still see them. So we walked in, and you could see the tiger inside, and they were 2 tigers, and both of them were sleeping. Both of them were sleeping. Very sad, I know. Sad tiger sounds, or sad JoJo sounds, because tigers were sleeping. But it was nice because the tiger was actually, well, a little nice. It would have been nice to see it, doing something, but the tiger was sleeping really close to the glass wall that you can see the tiger from in the indoor holding area. So it was sleeping like right under that. So you were really close to the tiger. It was sleeping, but you were really close to it, which was nice. You could see every little fur. It was good. Admittedly, I didn't take any pictures while at the zoo, though. I don't know. Last time I went to the aquarium, I took so many pictures. I was taking pictures the whole time, but this time I didn't take any pictures. Yeah. But it was still there, tigers. And we saw camels. Actually, I looked at my mom as we were walking past before we saw the camels, and I said, it's like, is there any particular animal that you want to see? Because we were looking at the map while we were just wandering around, and she's like, preferably something that's not sleeping and moving around. and just as we did that, we came around the corner to see the camels. And there was one camel, and he was moving around. He wasn't sleeping. he was walking. Walking away from us, of course, but he was walking. He was doing something, and I'm like, look, Mom, your wish came true. So yes, we saw a camel. It was walking around. It was moving. There was a second exhibit with more camels. So one of the exhibit probably had the females. One of them had the male or whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Or I don't know the full situation, but yeah. Camels. And they weren't blue. They weren't blue camels. Very sad. I know. I would have loved to have a blue camels. Blue camels in the wild? Crazy. Just like my sculpture. Yeah, no. It's, yeah. We saw lots of other stuff, too. There was one particular exhibit that I also want to talk about. But it was a little bit later in the, our trip. I guess I'll talk about the polar bears. So we went to see the polar bears too. My mom was actually really excited to see the polar bears. Part of the reason she wanted to go to this zoo in particular was the polar bears, because they have a polar bear, and she learned this a little while back. There's a polar bear at the zoo named Juno. This might be giving away which zoo I went to, but there's a polar bear at the zoo named Juno after like Juno Beach, which is where Canada raided on D-Day and whatnot. So more history stuff going on. And yeah, my mom, she was super excited to go see Juno the polar bear because that was exciting. She does a lot of work with she is with the Legion and whatnot. And we have a family who served in the military and whatnot. And she wanted to see Juno the polar bear because Juno the polar bear was actually is like an honorary colonel or something. The polar bear has an honorary rank. They're like, let's name the polar bear Juno, and then the military was just kind of like, here's a rank for your polar bear. Here's a military rank for your polar bear. Jojo. What Jojo? What about Jojo? Ah! What? just Jojo for the sake of saying Jojo and those little face. Anyways, yeah. Have you been watching the alien shenanigans? Alien shenanigans as in like the thing going on in like the American Congress for where they're talking about aliens or whatnot. Yeah. I haven't been keeping particular tabs on it, but we do watch, or my mom usually watches American news channels during the day. So I've heard about it. This is crazy. Yeah. I mean, anything to do with alien life forms would be pretty crazy. I think I'm restarting the hair again. Yeah, and I haven't been keeping particular tabs on it. But yes, I've been hearing about it. I know that they're doing these things. I know that they're having like 3-star generals and stuff literally on the stand at Congress, or the American Congress. Well, I guess I can just say Congress, I guess. On just talking about stuff like that, which is pretty crazy. I don't think it's a bad thing though, or anything like that. Yeah. What else? Do I not have anything else to say about that? Not really. I'm Canadian, so I don't know exactly what is going on. Like I said, I'm just hearing this is gonna change how people view things. I don't think anyone really has a true consensus on this, but yeah, you're right. There's gonna be a lot of stuff. I think a couple of years ago they were talking about doing this too. Like, I think it was still in like the previous presidency where there was some talk about, I don't know if they actually held one at that point, but there was some talk in the previous presidency about doing such a thing, about having these meetings. Like I said, I don't know that much about it though. We only occasion, I guess I can't say that. My mom just listens to American news during the day. And since I live in the same household and everything, I hear it sometimes, and that's not one of the things that they tend to talk about, but yeah, no, I've heard it. Ooh, looking great. Well, at least one person thinks it's looking great. Majestic. Yeah, just wait until we see the whole thing together. Honestly, I don't even think I'm gonna bother trying to draw like the second dragon hair. I don't know. Like, how do you draw dragon hair? But yeah, no. I'm glad you, at the very least, someone thinks it looks good, because I am having trouble believing in the process right now. I am having trouble believing in the process. I will not deny this, that there are some doubts in my mind. Are you gonna paint as well? I'm gonna color it in a fashion that works as well as I can do. Is it gonna be painty like? Maybe. I don't know. I'll probably fill everything in, go over everything again, and then do more lines or something. I don't know. You know what? Let's just turn everything on and kind of see how it all works together. Messy. It looks messy together. But I suppose once we, you know, put everything, you know, together properly and make all the line art just one line art instead of like 50 billion layers, it might look better. Because right now it's like 7-8 layers. So I think we'll turn off that sketch layer. Now that will clean out a little bit of the clutter. So yeah, I think we are about ready to do a what's it called? Okay, I'm gonna Command C all that. I'm gonna Command C to copy. I'm gonna merge these layers together. I'm gonna take the layers that I merged, or the layers that I had. I'm gonna paste this second one on top. I'm gonna turn off all these other ones, just so that I have like the original sketches as well without destroying all the Okay, there we go. I'm gonna put this more back into the center as well. Wow. Okay. I got a wow. I hope that's a good wow. Anyways, so we'll just turn off the Reshiram over there. This is our so many layers. Yeah, so many layers, but we just gotta believe in the process. I know it's kind of hard to do sometimes, but here it is. This is the sketch. This is the sketch, everyone. As you can see, it is vaguely Reshiram-like. Vaguely Reshiram-like. So this is full sketch. Now we're just gonna turn down the opacity a whole bunch. Because now that everything is line art layer. Okay. So now comes the scary part, doing the line art. Okay, I'm gonna drink a little bit of water. Just drink a little bit of water to stay hydrated. Because staying hydrated is very, very, very important. That is right, everyone. Stay hydrated. It's especially hot today, so stay super hydrated. Okay. So now that everything is kind of in place, our basic sketch, we need to do our line art. Now this is the part that I wasn't really looking forward to. So turn down the size of our pen a little bit. And we need to be a little carefuler because this is going to be the good stuff that everyone is going to see. All that stuff we did before was just setting down the framework. Now it is time for the real deal. The real deal. And I need to draw this real deal while also telling stories still. I'm not even done the story about going to the zoo. I mean, I guess it's not really anything else too interesting. There is one thing that I definitely want to talk about though. So, going to the zoo, of course. You go see the animals and all that stuff. And this zoo had some orangutans. Or a troop of orangutans. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of orangutans. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I love orangutans. They're neat, they're nice, and I'm not gonna complain that they exist, but they weren't my first thought when I got there. They weren't the first animal that I wanted to go see. But we did go to see them at the end. They were at the end of our route. Or our jaunt throughout the museum. Or the... I almost called the zoo a museum. It wasn't the first place that we were going. You don't like zoos? Yeah, I mean, I guess animals in jail. Well, they're getting better generally, but yeah, I understand the concept that some of these animals should be out in the wild, but there's also some good stuff happening at zoos, like conservation efforts and whatnot. There's a lot of species that are struggling in the wild. Of course, because of humans, probably, in most cases. But they're struggling in the wild, and the populations are hurting, so, there's at least some good things to be said about it. But anyway. Orangutans. We were gonna go see orangutans. We look in their little first exhibit area. And there were no orangutans to be seen. There were people in there. They were probably doing maintenance on the exhibit. Moving things around, fixing things, you know, what you have to do because they're gonna do what orangutans do, and orangutans might end up breaking stuff sometimes. So I don't know the full situation, but there were people in there, no orangutans to be seen. But I noticed on the map that it marked out like a new orangutan exhibit. And I was like, okay. So I looked at it and I was like, okay, so if we go through here, we'll get to the new orangutan exhibit. And I was excited. I was like, oh, a new orangutan exhibit. Let's go see the new orangutan exhibit because maybe they're there. Maybe because they're in this, not in this area. They're over there. So we go out to see it, and I look, and I see something orangish, brownish color, and I'm like, oh, the orangutans are out. The orangutans are out, and I walk over real happy, like da 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 da. And then as I get closer, I realize that something wasn't quite right. And then I notice that those weren't orangutans at all. No, they were plush orangutans. They were toys. There was like 6 stuffed fake toy orangutans placed around the exhibit. Toys. Plush animals. Probably ones that you could buy at the gift shop. But just put around the exhibit, sitting wherever. And I was like, that was not what I was expecting. And it wasn't. I was expecting to see some orangutans, but that didn't happen. Anyways, yeah. So just toy orangutans in the exhibit. I wasn't expecting it. It just orangutans, but not. We did end up seeing the orangutans, or seeing them anyways, because they had like a little tower area beside it where like the orangutans could be moved from one area to the other one, so they could be moved from their outdoor exhibit to the indoor one that they were refixing or whatever. And we did see one of them like crawling around in there when or hanging out in there, I guess, doing who knows what, just hanging out. Well, one of the zookeepers opened like a door that you weren't supposed to like get around. But yeah, no. I thought it kind of weird though, because I was so excited. I was like, oh yeah, the orangutans are out in their new exhibit. But that's the thing, that they weren't actually out in their new exhibit. It was all a lie. It was just plush orangutans. Anyways, yeah. That's all I got. I was just thinking, what if we open the mouth a little bit? What if we open the Pokemon's mouth a little bit? I shouldn't be going too far off the sketch. But as a little more character, we can draw some sharp dragon teeth. Okay, wait. That's good. I like that. I like that, but just a little more to the left. If that makes any sense at all. Do. What else to talk about? Today. I had a strange encounter at the bus stop today. It was okay. It wasn't anything too bad or anything, but I wasn't expecting it, and then I told my mom about it after I got home from work. She thought it was kind of weird too. It was unexpected. Let me tell you. So yeah, we're moving on from the zoo story. I don't really got anything else to talk about there. So I go to work in the morning, and I take the bus. So I was waiting at the bus stop, you know, to get to work. Blah, 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 you know, all that good stuff. Whatnot. Yeah. So, bus stop. Me, at bus stop. This story isn't starting off very well. I was just waiting, minding my own business, and I see this lady walking from the direction of the retirement home. We have a retirement home not far from the bus stop or where I live. I see this lady walking from the direction of the retirement home. I didn't know exactly what was going on. I wasn't really paying too much attention. I just saw a lady walking. She looked really young from further away, which I thought was weird because she was wearing shorter shorts, which was odd, especially for a little old lady, which this turned out to be. Anyways, this little old lady comes. She's not like old to the point where she needs like a cane or anything. She was getting around fine, but a bit of an older lady with a very eccentric taste in fashion, I suppose is what we can say. So the lady comes up and where was I even going with this? I don't remember. I mean, I know, but it's also hard to tell stories sometimes. I'm trying to do so much in one go. But anyways, right, okay. You know, I could just make this simpler on myself. So lady comes walking along. A slightly eccentric taste in fashion. She was a little bit older. Not like she was super old, but old enough to be able to, you know, live in a retirement home. To be retired. So here I think it like the age is 68. Give or take. I could be wrong. But anyways. So this little lady, assumingly older than 68. She comes walking along. She had an eccentric taste in fashion, like I've already said. She was wearing a tie-dye shirt with shorter shorts, and it was like she was wearing a little, it wasn't like a sweater, it was, I don't even know how to describe it, but there was another little thing that she was wearing over top the tie-dye shirt. So it was quite the look. Quite the look. She comes walking up. She's like, "It's a good thing I didn't miss the bus," she said to me. And I was like, "Yep, yeah, didn't miss the bus." She said I had like 6 minutes to get here, and then I couldn't find my keys, and usually people don't talk to me at the bus stop, and I prefer it that way, but she felt like chatting today, so I just did what I could to make I shouldn't say polite conversation. So, yeah. She was chatting to me. I wasn't really paying much attention to her. But I hear her say, she says, "Breakfast of Champions." And I look over at her. Because it's like, who else is she talking to? There's only 2 people at the bus stop. I look over at her, and you know what she's holding? You know what she's holding? I didn't even notice this, but she's holding an alcoholic beverage. Yeah, she it was a beer or something. This little old lady, 65, eccentric fashion, talking to me at the bus stop, holding a beer. 6:40 in the morning, saying "Breakfast of Champions," and I didn't really know what to say. And she said, "It's like, oh, but you can't do this." And I thought she was gonna say something along the lines of, because, you know, you're just young. Because I look very young. I could usually pass as a teenager. I have many times. As recently as earlier this year, passed as a teenager. Someone under the age of 18. But anyway, but she's like, "But you can't do this yet, because you gotta work for it." And I was like, "Oh, so this is not gonna be because I'm too young, it's because I gotta work for the Breakfast of Champions." I don't drink that kind of stuff. I don't partake in drinking at all, really. You can call me lame if you want. My one coworker always says that about me. You don't You don't go out drinking? Aren't you just kind of lame then? And I'm like, yes, I'm kind of lame. Yes, I'm kind of lame. I'm extremely lame, actually. But anyway, yeah. And that was very, very unexpected. I can't believe it happened, honestly. I was just saying wild stuff. Anyways, I'm gonna just turn off the full sketch for a second. That's what we got so far of the line art. Does it actually look okay? It's kind of wobbly, like really, really wobbly. I'm gonna try to start this again. I even like drew over things that I wasn't supposed to, but I didn't actually flesh out these particular areas because I didn't draw necessarily the neck rings, I guess we can call them. I didn't draw those in the sketch. There were a lot of details that I actually left out of the sketch that I probably shouldn't have left out of the sketch. That's a problem for later JoJo. I mean, I guess it's JoJo right now because I need to now erase these lines. Okay, wait. The drawing tablet didn't want to cooperate for a second there. Okay. I do wonder if I want to like try to like restart this again. Doing art is lovely, but also very scary. It's very scary to do it live as well. Very scary to do it live as well. So you got all this extra stuff that can go wrong. And it's a little stressful. Then again, I shouldn't be necessarily striving for perfection because I do know that I am not perfect, and no matter how much I try to, I'm not going to get anything perfect. Wait, is my... Oh no. My tablet broken again? Oh geez, I think it is. Wait. We're just gonna try drawing on a different layer. Okay, wait. Brush. Okay, wait, it's working. Okay. Tablet's not working. Thing is working. Mouse pad is working. Do it again. Unplug and see if it works. We'll see if this happens. If it doesn't work, I don't know if I'll continue. I mean, I guess it worked perfectly fine. Yeah, no, it didn't. It didn't work. Okay, well. Back over here. Put my arm away. I have this extra arm. See, I made the arm myself too. And I stuck it to the model because, yeah, so that I can draw. So that I can draw nice. Anyways, we're just gonna save this and maybe... Oh, last time we turned it off, everything broke though. Okay, well, it actually didn't necessarily break, but, okay. We're just gonna, quit Photoshop and try to start it again. Honestly, we should probably just, skip right to turning the computer on and off again. Because that would probably just be the easiest way to go about it, because I know that that works. But that sounds like a lot of effort too. Okay, wait. Pause. And open the file. And turn tablet. Nope, didn't work. So gotta turn the computer off again. Would it really be worth doing this a second time though? I don't know. I'm wondering. I'm thinking to myself if I should just continue or just wait. Just wait to see what happens. Don't really know though. Yeah. What to say, what to do, what else to talk about. I've actually gone through basically everything that I have to talk about. Oh, IKEA. We were gonna go to IKEA the day we went to the zoo, but well, we were gonna drive past the place. It was weird. So the signs that we knew we needed to get off onto this certain road. So we needed to get off onto so-and-so road from so-and-so road. And as we were driving along, we come to a sign that says, to get off on this road, stay to the right. We were in one of the further left lanes. So we didn't have, we saw that it said, oh, stay to the right. And my mom was like, nah, we're in the further left lane, so there's no point in us trying to go to the place because, you know, we're in the further left road, or a lane that is further to the left, if that makes any sense at all. So we were like, okay, I guess we'll just drive right on past it. We don't necessarily need to go to IKEA. We just thought we'd go because we wanted new bookshelves, and we were in the area. So where was I going with that? Right. We were gonna do that, but we didn't end up doing that. But the funny thing is that as we were driving past a little further away, or as we got closer to the road we were supposed to turn off on, the sign pointed to the left. Like, turn on the left lane if you want to get on this road. We didn't realize that until it was a little too late. And we were like, wait a minute, that's the road we wanted to get onto. And it was like, the sign back there said stay to the right, but this one is like, you know, you can go left. You go left. Anyways, so yeah, we wanted to go to the IKEA for new bookshelves. Because both me and my brother, we have both outgrown our bookshelves a little bit. We got bookshelves when we first moved into this house, and we've both outgrown them a little bit. My brother has too much manga. Too many series, and we don't have room for it all. So, yeah. That's about it. We didn't end up going, of course. I was kind of excited because actually, admittedly, I have only been to IKEA once. And that was a long time ago, so I was like, yeah, let's go to an IKEA. I know it's just a furniture store, but it's an IKEA. Oh, you know what's funny? Also IKEA related. It was many years ago. I think it was when I was in grade 8. But Around Christmas of that year, they found there was a monkey roaming around the IKEA parking lot in Toronto. A Toronto IKEA parking lot. And like media outlets and everything were making stories like incredibly stylish monkey found roaming around IKEA because it was somebody's pet monkey, which they probably shouldn't have had, but we're not going to talk about that part. But it was like dressed in a little coat and everything. It was a little monkey dressed in a coat. Found roaming around an IKEA parking lot. Which is kind of related. Kind of relates to everything I've been talking about just randomly today. So yeah. A lot of animals to talk about today. A lot of animal heavy stream, I suppose. Animal heavy day. I don't have many other animals to talk about though. I had one other animal to talk about. I could have. But not gonna get that into that. We could talk about this isn't even an animal, but my Venus flytrap. I got another one. I got another Venus flytrap. This one's name is Nibbles. So I have Chompy and Nibbles now for my Venus flytrap. And let me tell you, Chompy, the first one I got, is growing like an absolute weed. Oh my gosh, it's growing, it's growing, it's growing. New leaves seem to be popping up like every couple days. It's growing leaves without even like the traps or anything that you find on the end of a Venus flytrap. Like if you look at them, they have their leaves and then the leaves have a trap bit on the end, which is how they catch their food. But I was a little concerned when I first saw it growing leaves without traps on it, and I look it up and they're like, this isn't too uncommon if your plant is going through very rapid growth. And I look at it and I'm like, the Venus flytrap, he's been growing a lot lately, so yeah. But yeah, no. I have 2 Venus flytraps now. I didn't need the second one, but they had more at work. And I saw them. And I was thinking about Venus flytraps that entire day since I saw them. My one coworker saw them. And he was like, look, Venus flytrap. And I was like, wait, you can't be serious. They have more Venus flytraps. And I look at it, it's like, yeah, that's a Venus flytrap. This was the one coworker who had never seen a Venus flytrap before. I mean, none of my coworkers had seen a Venus flytrap before, so everyone was pretty excited. That entire day, oh my gosh, that entire day, every time somebody came around, I showed them the Venus flytraps. I'm like, come look, come look, come look, it's the Venus flytraps. They got more Venus flytraps. Yeah, I don't know. Why do I like Venus flytraps so much? I don't know. I love them though. Love them. Anyways, yeah. That's another thing to talk about. Yeah. I don't got nothing. I don't got nothing. Got nothing else. Very sad. Except for art. Art. What do we talk about? Art. More art experiences? Maybe. Actually, one of my coworkers was apparently in my grade 9 art class with me. He doesn't work in the same department as I do. But a couple weeks ago, he's like, I think I know you from high school. And we established that we were likely in the same art class together. I didn't necessarily remember him, but that's not a problem. Or maybe it is, but we're not going to talk about that. But yeah, no, that was unexpected. So now I have an art friend art friend at work. I don't think he's too much into art, admittedly. I can't say that I'm too much into art. That's don't know if that's the right way to say it either. There's definitely things I like. I like art. It goes in like phases for me. Admittedly, it's been a little while since I've actually really drawn. There's like months where I draw a lot, and then months where I find myself going months without drawing anything really, and especially digitally. Like I said, I'm much more comfortable when I'm drawing, you know, on pen on paper. I have drawn some pretty cool stuff just pen on paper. Well, I think it's pretty cool. It's probably, it's not like it's anything. It's not like I'm drawing like Mona Lisas on a daily basis, okay? I don't think I could actually draw a realistic human. I know people say that you're supposed to, like, especially if you're drawing in a stylistic anime-esque style, that you should learn how to draw a proper, even if it's like anything really, that you should know how to draw a proper human, that you should have some experience with the realism before you go into this anime style. But I didn't do that. I just skipped everything. And say what we want about that. Yeah. Okay, wait. I'm thinking again. I think I might actually draw the rest of the wings on its own layer again, so that if I do want to pick something up and move it around, I can. At least the front wings, since I will be putting that in the foreground for the most part. So it needs to have at least a little bit of, and it would be nice to be able to move it around. Okay, so another layer. How many layers are we at now? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. 11 layers. Wings. Line art. I'm naming my layers because that's very important to do. Name your layers. And I'm speaking like I actually know what I'm doing, which I don't. I don't know what I'm doing. I have a vague understanding of how to draw. You know what? There's also another thing that I can talk about. So, I've said it before, but I went to school for graphic design. And while I was going to school for that, I was staying at my aunt's place. I was living there while I was going to school. And I've explained it to her a couple times at least, but it took her a while to realize that graphic design wasn't necessarily art per se. Because my projects didn't necessarily make sense to her, I suppose. Because I wasn't... She asked me what kind of things about anatomy I was learning, when I wasn't learning anything about anatomy and whatnot. I mean, I guess I was learning the anatomy of a typeface. Like, these are your serifs. You get serifs and sans serifs typefaces. It took me a second to figure out what a sans serif typeface was. I was gonna say non-serif, but that doesn't make any sense. But anyways, yeah. She asked me, like, what kind of anatomy am I learning? Am I learning about how the human body is 8 heads tall. Blah, blah, blah. And I wasn't learning any of that stuff. And took her a while to realize that graphic design wasn't necessarily about, what's it called? Oh, did I break my tablet again? Don't tell me I broke it again. Okay, wait, it's working. Yeah, like but yeah, took her a second to, or a little while to realize that this was not necessarily the art that she necessarily imagined I was going to school for. She probably saw some of the anime drawings, the crude style anime drawings, because I was just really starting to get into anime and drawing anime just before I started college. So, especially in first year, my drawings were not particularly great. Where was I going with that? Yeah, no, so these, oh no, yeah. That probably doesn't make any sense, but I guess she maybe saw some of the drawings that I drew just for fun and was assuming that this was part of school, but it wasn't. It was just stuff I was doing for fun. I was just learning to draw some stuff for fun. And there was some projects where I actually had to do some drawing illustration stuff. I have some illustrations that I'm actually really, really proud of. Those are all third year illustrations that I did, though. Illustration work that I did in third year, so you would assume by time you get to third year, you would be pretty proud of your work. But anyways, yeah. That's about all. I don't know. There was a lot I wanted to say about that. There was. But I don't really know how to say it anymore. There was stuff I wanted to say, but I couldn't. Not that I couldn't, it's just I wasn't sure. It's actually getting kinda late now. I've been on for an hour 52. So that's about as long as I was originally intending for this stream to go about. So I'm just gonna save the work. Actually, I think we did a fair bit of progress today. Like, we finished our full sketch, and we've got about a third to 2/3 of the body line arted, drawn with the line art. So I don't know, I think we're doing a pretty good job overall. So save that. I'm gonna switch to that and put my arm away. That's like my thing now. It's just, what arm do I have out? How many arms does Jojo have? The answer is 3. Jojo has 3 arms. Okay, anyways, so save that, close that. So, let's me talk about a thing that I wanted to talk about. This is like the announcement that I said I was going to end up making at the beginning of the stream. So, I said that this was going to be a 2-night only thing because of the situation being that I didn't have to work these 2 days, or I didn't have to work these 2 weekends. So I was like, I'll do this for 2 streams, 2 special longer streams on a Friday night. Now, the thing I want to talk about is that we didn't actually get this project done. There's actually still a lot that needs to be done. I barely even finished the art yet. it isn't colored. The line art is still going, still a work in progress. Everything is still a work in progress. So, I have made a decision. Will it, how much of this will we get through? Or what exactly will happen? I don't 100% know just yet, basically. So, I am considering, pretty certain, that I am going to start an additional 3rd stream throughout the week. So currently I do 2 streams during the week. A Tuesday night and a Friday night. The Friday nights tend to be shorter nights because I work Saturday mornings usually pretty early. So that's a thing. That is what is happening. They're going with that, right? So yes. And since I can't continue to do this on Fridays, because like I said, Fridays will be shorter streams from now on until the foreseeable future, at least. They're shorter streams. That's just how it is. And I don't want to be drawing for like half an hour by time, you know, I do everything. Like these art streams tend to take a little while to set up, and I don't want to keep doing these on nights when I will be, you know, only streaming for a short amount of time. So I've decided that I'm probably going to start doing Monday afternoon streams where I continue to work on this project. I was also, I mean, yeah, that's about it. So I will be doing an additional stream for at least a couple weeks to get this project done, because I don't want to mess with the Dragon Quest playthrough that I'm having, and I don't want to further mess with the Traveler's Rest, and of course Friday being complicated. But Monday afternoons I have nothing. I have nothing on Monday afternoons, except for occasionally when my mom wants to go out, but we don't have to worry about that because we don't actually go out that much. But yes, so that's basically my announcement. I've been thinking about this for a little while. I was thinking about it right before I started this stream, and I will need to set up a Monday afternoon stream is what I'm thinking. Now, there may be some changes as things go and move on. I don't know if this will be a permanent thing. I don't know if it will be temporary. I don't know. I don't even know if it will really be Monday afternoons or if I'll do, you know, a different time during the week. I mean, it wouldn't be any day from Thursday till Sunday, I think. Sunday afternoons or Sunday evenings would be fine because, of course, I don't work on Monday or anything. But, yeah. Does that make any sense at all? I don't even think there's anyone here right now. Anyways, yeah. Probably no one here, but I will be probably picking up an additional stream for at least several weeks while I complete this project, because I really do want to get it done on stream, because I think that will be fun. I think that'll be great. And I do want to have a nice little game cover that I can put on my game, and then I have my own custom thing, which would be really, really cool. We cannot deny the fact that that would be really, 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 really cool. So, to make this really cool thing happen, I'm going to probably do an additional stream throughout the week. Permanent? I don't know. but I will start. I don't know exactly when I will start. I mean, it's probably better to start sooner rather than later. Because if I start later, then it's like, oh, I'll start next week, and then the project will never get done. Which is quite a possibility, actually. Anyways, yeah. So that is the end of my stream, I would say. It was good. We made lots of progress today. It was enough stuff got done. Enough stuff got done today. So anyways, yeah, that's the stream. So with that, I say I'd like to thank the Quack and Adil Sid for hanging out today for a little while. I'd like to wish everyone a safe and happy future till whenever I end up seeing you again. It was fun, and we made progress, and hopefully I will continue to make progress as we move on to the future. Yeah. So with that, I say stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see people's usernames in the future. And now I say bye-bye. Thank you so much for hanging out today. Bye.